Hey everyone, Thyworm here with a preview of The Wandering Village. I'll tell you about the game, its progress, and why I am looking forward to this myself. The Wandering Village launched a Kickstarter campaign on the 13th of October 2020, which was successfully funded by 6,491 backers for a total of 155,000 euros. Not bad, because the target was only 30k. The game is made by Stray Fawn Studios, a Switzerland-based indie company of 10 people. Here they are, and 7 of them are working on The Wandering Village. In the past, they released 2 other games which were kickstarted as well, so these people know what they're doing. It inspires a lot of confidence and should be reason enough for a successful launch and most likely a successful game. The Wandering Village is a city builder game with roguelite and survival elements where you need to manage your resources and escape toxic spores that have infected the world. Under normal circumstances, unless you're playing Terran, it wouldn't be that easy to escape with a whole village. The Wandering Village, however, as the name suggests, employs a massive creature called Onbu on which you are building your town. On his back, to be precise. Onbu is Japanese for piggyback ride. The symbiotic relationship between your settlement and the creature carrying the whole thing while walking away from danger. That is what is so intriguing about this indie game. This cute city builder is set in a post-apocalyptic world, which is my favorite type of world, where a toxic plant infestation has corrupted the land. Some humans made a settlement already, not realizing they were building it on the back of a massive creature. The toxicity of the spores prompted the beast to awake from its slumber and start walking away from the corruption. And now it's dragging along the humans and the village, and it's up to you to make the two work together and reach a safe area without anyone dying in the process. There are 5 core mechanics you need to look out for, with the first being survival. You need to keep your villagers and Onbu alive. The devs have indicated that their game is mostly a peaceful game, so I wouldn't expect the survival elements to be too brutal, at least not graphically. The game has a roguelite element to it, meaning that if you die, you have to start over again. You venture through different biomes each time, which should keep the game fresh. This personally might be the trait I like the least so far, a roguelite city builder, because to me creating an ever-growing city is part of the charm of these games. Not sure how that would work with a roguelite. The second mechanic is symbiosis between the creature and your village. This part in particular can be very interesting. You need to find ways to gain Onbu's trust while managing a city at the same time and escaping the toxic spores. By building a tower near his head, you can shout commands at him, making him rest, walk or run, for example. You can send out a party to his head as well and pet him. Not sure how that would work exactly, but the prospect of petting a dinosaur is great. I mean, when did that ever not work out? Let's be honest. Building the third mechanic plays a big part as well, which you would expect in a city builder. I mean, wouldn't be much of a city builder without building, am I right? In a dev interview, the game was compared to Frostpunk because it has limited building space. After all, you're on the back of Onbu. This will force some difficult decisions and requires you to be mindful about your construction work. In order to have your villagers survive, you need food, so farming is mechanic number 4. Planting, harvesting and processing stuff never gets old in my opinion, and it provides a very peaceful way of progressing your game. As you won't encounter any other wandering villages, there won't be any military required. The only thing that comes close is foraging parties, which scout out the land for new resources. Foraging is the 5th and last mechanic, and it's closely tied to the progression of the village. More resources open up more buildings and food options, and in turn that leads to a more advanced city. There is a research tree already teased in one of the posts, so that will be the main method for progression and new tech. Foraging isn't the only way to get new stuff, however, as other humans have escaped the lands as well, trying to find a safe haven. Traveling merchants in airships occasionally visit your village, allowing you trading of additional goods. I've talked about inspirations a bit already for this game with Frostpunk. Other games that inspired the devs are Don't Starve, Banished and RimWorld. They're cute games in their own right, but can be brutal too. The art style in particular has influences from Ghibli Studios and the French artist Moebius. Personally, the game reminded me a lot of Circle Empires, another cute indie city builder with a similar simplistic art style. I think the art in The Wandering Village works really well because up close the creatures look adorable, but from far away when you're all zoomed out and looking at the entirety of Onbu, you can still distinguish what's going on in your village. More complex animations and art wouldn't have had the same effect, I feel. The music fits the game very well with folklore and tribal influences. It combines alien, melodramatic sounds with quirky melodies, fitting an indie city builder quite well. I think The Wandering Village has all the ingredients for an amazing indie game. It's got a cool concept, sensible gameplay mechanics around that concept, a lot of traction with a Kickstarter campaign and a feature during the Summer Game Fest, and finally a bunch of experienced devs with a solid track record. Beta testing with the backers have started this month, meaning they're a little behind on schedule, but not much. The game was supposed to release in early access in Q4 this year, which is now pretty much, but it will likely be postponed to Q1 2022, although this hasn't been confirmed officially. This would be a typical timeline, however, a few months after beta testing. I can't wait to sink some time into this game, and if you got excited by this title as well, make sure to put it on your wishlist, because that helps out indie studios a lot. I won't be asking anything else of you today. I do hope you enjoyed this small little preview video. Thanks for watching and making it to the end. Love you all. See you soon. Bye bye.